Alright lads, so tomorrow is the day a lot of us have been waiting for. The new triple Kenpachi banner is less than 24 hours away, and within this video, we're breaking down the banner and letting you lads know everything that you need to know before summoning on this banner. So if you lads do enjoy these type of videos, make sure you do slap the like button in the comments below. Let me know how deep do you plan to go on this banner. For me, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going down to 0. So firstly, the banner availability. So it does drop tomorrow in the morning at banner reset. For me, that is 8 AM, and it's going to last just under 2 weeks, to May 12th. So that means while this banner is out, we are going to get news of the arena banner of the month for May, and that might be a banner you might want to summon on, but I don't think you should be summoning on it, or even thinking about summoning on an upcoming arena banner compared to this banner right here. So for the most part, this is a banner you can summon on with ease and not have to worry about anything coming out too soon, but we did talk about potential returning banners in the video that we posted yesterday, so if you want to know what banners are coming out, I definitely recommend checking out that video. As for the characters and the banner information itself, quickly looking at the filler pool, what you will see is that it is a free character banner, and it does only feature can't for your own world characters. So we have the Shuei banner with Aura and also Hikone, we have the Grimjaw banner with Shinji and also Luffy, and then we have the Can't Kisuke banner with Nelio and also Hannibal. Pretty decent list of fillers, like nothing anything too amazing, but they are limited at the end of the day, and I think some of them still have value to be had here, so I think the filler pool is actually pretty good, especially for me, because I'm actually surprisingly missing 2 characters from this pool, so I'm missing 5 characters overall, which is something I rarely ever say. Looking at the banner steps though, this is very important to know, because this is a different banner compared to what you're normally used to. This only happens basically every anniversary, and it's very strange that we're getting it now, but it is what it is. We're not here to complain, we're here to break down the banner. So firstly, there is the 10 times summons, so the multi-summons, and there's also the single summons. Now the single summons technically are better, it's a lot slower because you have to do one single at a time, but you do get to the 6% pull rate a lot faster. It only costs you 35 orbs. But the problem is, this doesn't have any guarantees, so there's really no point to do singles unless you're really, really low, and I'm talking like 200 orbs low. That would be the only reason you do the singles, for the most part, right? For me, I'm just going to go to step 6, I will get to the final step in singles, and then basically stop there, because you do get a few nice little bonuses for just doing those extra singles. What you're mainly going to focus on, though, for a lot of people out there, is the multis, because this is where you're going to have a better chance to get the characters, and which way you're going to be getting your guaranteed stuff, and this is also why you're going to be summoning, because who's actually trying to do one single at a time? So what you will notice here is that your first step is going to be free, which is pretty nice. First step is free, good for rerolling, and it does have a 3% draw rate for the featured characters. That's one of the 12 characters we just showed a second ago, and then you also have a 1% other pull rate. Now the great thing about this banner compared to normal banners is that the other pull rate is additive to the actual draw rate for the characters we're going for, the featured characters. This doesn't eat into the 6% pull rate, because as you can see here, when you get to the final step, instead of having the other pull rate into 6%, it's now on top of it. So the overall rate to get a 5-star is 8% instead of 6%, because that extra bonus is now there, which I really like on these type of banners. In normal banners, it's kind of annoying because it eats into the actual 6%, and we don't like seeing other pull. But in this case, if you do get another 5-star character, a character that's not featured, do understand if that bonus rate wasn't there, it would have been a 4-star multi. So while it might suck that you got baited thinking you're going to get a featured character, at least you can relish in the fact that if that wasn't there, it would have been a 4-star multi. But looking back at the rates of the banner and the step-up formula, your second and third step will be discounted at 150 and 200 orbs respectively. Again, you will be building up the rate starting off at 3%. Eventually, by the time you get to step 4, which is the full price orbs, you will be at the 6% pull rate. And as you continue to pull, the other pull rate will start to build up, going from 1%, 0.5, 1, 1.5%, and then eventually stopping at 2 on step 7. Your 6th step is the guaranteed 5-star step, so you're guaranteed one of the 12 featured characters. Hopefully, you get one of the banner characters, that being Kenpachi, or Kenpachi, and then after that, you're basically stuck. You're stopped on step 7, and you just keep repeating step 7. And that's a good thing for Kala, because it means there's almost no stopping point. Normally for me, when I'm doing summons on a banner, I will stop at 25, because that's a good stopping point. In this case, step 6 is like you're just barely getting into the summons before you hit the final step, and for me, I don't like stopping at step 6, but for those that are limited on their orbs, this is a good stopping point. Go to step 6, do the guaranteed 5-star. If you get lucky, if you get shafted, if you're low in orbs, stop there. For those that are continuing to go deep, you're going to keep repeating step 7, which is unfortunate because there's no more discounts and no more guarantees, and that's unfortunately just what we have to work with. But at least you have 8% rates, and at least you're getting those extra bonuses, the 20 droplets, and also a free skill key. Luckily, this time around, there are 3 banner characters at the very least, so you have a 1.5% chance to get something new, and a 0.5% chance for each individual character. And talking about the characters, let's quickly break down the new characters before they do drop. Firstly, starting off with Zaraki Kenpachi, a new power character, power Sorba Captain with the Sorba kill ability, and he is very, very powerful if you have a look at his skills. He is a 12% recharge link, which makes sense because he is an SP-based character, and he's all about doing insane damage. Strong attack wise, he has a good kit. SA1 is a vacuum vortex, SA2 is a massive beam in front of him, and its SA3 is a force screen. He's immune to weakening, he has sprinter +1. At full stamina, he has a 40% strong attack damage increase, which is absolutely insane because he does have frenzy +2, and he does have some passive ways to stay at full stamina thanks to its element reversal. So if he ever does get inflicted by a status element from an enemy, you reflect that and potentially heal up back up to full HP. Additionally, he does have Havoc +20%, Marauder, Poise, Devastation +40%, and also extra damage in co-op. 10% melee damage normally, but in co-op you're going to get that extra 30%. So in co-op content, which, you know, consists of mainly IT, IZ, Droplet Zone, for example, he is going to be hitting very, very hard. He's going to be a fun and safe character to use, especially with that element reversal, and the damage he has with Frenzy +2 and the 40% SAD. He's just going to hit like an absolute truck. And gameplay-wise, he looked great. He looked fun. His special animation looked cool too. So I'm actually really excited for this character. Definitely one of the best power characters in the game. For Arena, unfortunately, he doesn't get anything too special. But having a look at Azashiro, he is the one that I'm most excited for. So what you will notice here, Azashiro is a speed Soripa with the Hollow and Aranka kill ability. So finally, we are getting a new speed Aranka killer. Additionally, because it's him and Urozakuro in one character for the most part, that is why he does get 2 killers. And unfortunately, he does have a Hollow killer. I would have preferred Soripa, but still having 2 killers is great, and Hollow and Aranka isn't a bad combo whatsoever. He has 12% recharge, and he does have Drain on all of his attacks with Burn and Drain on his Soul Bomb, which is actually a pretty cool, interesting combo. This is going to mean he's actually a very safe character to use because he's going to constantly heal back up to full HP because Drain is a very overpowered status element. And it gets better too because if you look at his innate skills, he does have complete status immunity. So this character is never getting inflicted by a status element and has Drain. He is a very, very safe character. And it gets better too because he has Aranka dodge and also Hollow dodge. So the 2 killers that you want to use him against, Arankas and Hollow, he has a 50% chance to not even get hit. And it makes sense too because he also does have counterattack. So when he does dodge the enemy, so 50% chance to dodge, you then do damage to those enemies that you just dodged. Now we don't know how this is going to scale. We have to wait and see how powerful it can be when the character comes out tomorrow morning. It could potentially be very good, especially in Arena, because this character is also really good in Arena, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But looking at other skills, he does have Friendly +1 with Berserker +40, which does seem low, but he does have the status element Spiritual Pressure boost +80%, so when you do inflict the status element, you are going to hit hitting very, very hard. And strong attack wise, he has some pretty good strong attacks. His SA2 and 3 are great. SA1, we have to wait and see how it plays out because it is a tad bit different, but its SA1 isn't bad whatsoever, and I feel like gameplay wise, he looks very cool, fun, and he's going to be a really powerful character. I think people are already sleeping on him. He's by far one of the best speed characters in the game. Additionally, he does have Bombardment +1, so his Soul Bomb's going to hit like an absolute truck, especially with the Spiritual Pressure boost. He's already one of the hardest hitting characters in the game when it comes to strong attacks and also Soul Bomb damage, making him very useful for you Guild Quest nerds, like myself. It means you can use him potentially in full recent Guild Quest, which is kind of crazy to think about. In Arena, he gets an extra 90% SP and also Poise. And remember, his dodge against Hollows and Arankas is definitely relevant in Arena. And in Arena, you have like a very high attack stat when you start building up. So this character has the potential to maybe one-shot characters if they dodge, which is kind of scary to think about. Again, the counter-attack ability, we have to wait and see exactly how that does play out, but it has some potential, and we'll find out the potential tomorrow morning. And then as for the final character of the banner, Kuruyashiki, let's quickly talk about him. He is going to be your Brave Battle character of the banner, a Technique Soripa Captain with the Captain Kill ability. For the most part, he is designed to counter the newly released Beyond Bankai version of Kenpachi that came out at the start of the year. At the same time, he's going to be very good against all captains and also all invincible characters, because he does have Ignore, Brave Battle, Invincibility. He has Pierce Barriers. So for the most part, the last 4 or so months, we've seen a lot of characters bring barriers. So him being able to go through it without even the need of, extra skills, for example, from bonus abilities, is actually very good. Additionally, he does have Weakened Duration around 100%, which is great. Sprinter +1, Poise, which is also great for Brave Battles. Flurry +2, and an extra 20% no attack damage for his entire team if you are a Technique Attribute Soripa. which, you know, for the most part, you're not going to really use anyone that would benefit from that, but that's mainly going for himself. So Fly +2 with extra 20% NAD, already he's looking to be one of the hardest hitting characters in Brave battles. Then he also does have Prevent Last Ditch, so you now have 2 characters in the game, him and Beyond Bankai Kenny, that can prevent Last Ditch, and that's absolutely insane if you have both in your team, which is kind of crazy to think about. He then again has Ignore Brave Battle Invisibility, so no one is going to be immune to taking damage from him, and that is good because again he can just basically destroy anyone that he goes against. And then it gets even more crazy because when you get him under 50% stamina, he then picks up 30% non-attack damage. 30%. With the 20% there and Flurry +2, he is now the hardest hitting character in Brave battles, and shout out to that lad right there. And then he also takes 50% less damage under 50% HP, which is absolutely insane. Now do keep in mind this decreased damage taken minus 50% is applied after your soul trait and your link. So with a full DR build and then this 50% applied on top of it, you're going to have like 86 to like 90% DR, which is kind of insane. And I don't really know right now how insane that might be, but it's going to be crazy to see him take a lot of damage, and then the second he gets under 50%, boom, he just like almost stops taking damage. So we have to wait and see how this was going to play out. It's already set to be very, very good, and it's kind of crazy to think about, and I really do like the way they designed this character, because instead of making a boring, invincible character, they've kind of thought about it, and the meta, I think, is getting better and better. I don't think it's as toxic as it used to be like a year ago with the triple invincible team. With these characters, you have a fighting chance. He himself is not immune to damage, and that means you can bring characters to destroy him for the most part. We did that with Beyond Bankai Kenpachi, we brought out 6 Anniversary Aizen, and he performed really good against him, so hopefully we can do the same thing with this Kuruyashiki. But either way, he is looking to be one of the best Brave Battle characters in the game, if not the best Brave Battle character in the game, and we'll find out how potential OP this decreased damage taken by 50% is going to be when the character does drop tomorrow morning. And if it is great, it could also be really good in PvE for auto and hard content. So again, we'll have to see how that does play out. And now let's quickly talk about the banner characters. I'm not going to spend too much time on them because we've already talked about them in the past, but quickly, looking at Shuhei, he is a hot Soriba with the Aranka kill ability. Pretty good character overall, definitely doesn't have like an insane damage output on his strong attacks, but his whole gimmick and what makes him very viable for a lot of players is that he does have a weakening soul bomb with the debuff effect, and that means when you use your soul bomb, you're lowering the enemy's defense by 80%, and that allows him to nuke very, very hard. At the same time, it allows your team in epic raids, for example, to do significantly more damage. He's a very powerful character, mainly due to his soul bomb. Other than his strong attacks though, it really comes down to if you want to use him. But it's cool, it's a Bankai Shuhei, he's not bad. Very, very good. He currently is also very good, especially for this current IT session, where he does have an increased chance of inflicting a stat summon against Technique Attribute Soriba. And that's mainly where you're going to be using him against Soriba content when they are Technique enemies, because that's where you would take him. He's a power character. Very good strong attacks, really good mobility. Overall, again, a very solid character, but nothing too insane, but good enough. Aura, on the other hand, is a Mind Human with the No Affiliation kill ability. Kind of lackluster strong attacks, lackluster damage. Honestly, not like the most great character out there. You're probably never going to use her, but she looks cool, and that's really about it. Shinji also looks cool and is also really good. Shinji, good strong attack damage, good strong attacks, really fun kit. Only really bad thing about him is that he doesn't do a lot of damage on his soul bomb, and that's like the only complaint I have for him. He obviously came like a year or two ago, but still holds up, still one of the best power characters in the game, and if you are a Shinji fan, then there's a good chance to get your hands on Bankai Shinji. Grimmjow is a Heart of Sparta with the Soriba kill ability, very good NAD character for autoing content, mainly single player content because he is melee based, doesn't have insane survivability since he doesn't inflict any star summons, but again, pretty good nonetheless for epic raids, guild quests, and just autoing point events. Can't go wrong. Grimmjow also looks really, really cool. Loopy, again, kind of unfortunate character, not too bad, but just okay, nothing special. He is a Mind Aranka with the Aranka kill ability, and to be honest, there's like really nothing great about him. He's just an okay character. And the same can be said for the rest of the characters. Kisuke, decent strong attack kit, does lack Havoc, okay damage. Again, not a bad character, but not anything amazing by any means. Nerio, decent strong attack kit, decent damage, good visuals, looks nice. I like the special animation. Again, that's really about it. And then Halibo, same thing with her. Good strong attacks, good damage output, but just nothing too insane. The good thing about the Hali build though is that she does have the uncentered design. If you notice on her resurrection form, it is different compared to the power version that just came out, and I guess that's kind of cool. But overall, the filler pool I think is definitely great. Having all these limited characters is not a bad thing, especially if you are someone that is liking them. And personally for me, I'm missing 5 characters from this banner, including the 3 new characters, so I'm hoping for some good summons tomorrow. And if you do want to see me summon with like 7,000 orbs, then feel free to check out the stream when this banner does go live. With that said though, lads, that was basically the breakdown for the entire banner. Again, I do think it is worth of summoning on. We're not going to get a massive banner until July 23rd, which will be the 7th anniversary. So I believe you can summon on this banner, at least go to step 6. I recommend everyone do the steps until the guaranteed character. If you want to continue doing summons after step 6, that comes down to you. You have to make that decision. But I do believe this is almost a must summon for a lot of people out there, especially if you are a fan of these characters. This is a banner that we've been waiting for a very, very long time, and I don't think they disappointed. If you summon on this banner, you're going to have 3 months to save for the anniversary, and that's a lot of time to save. So this is a good banner to summon on now, as long as you don't pull on anything within the next 3 months until anniversary starts, which again will be happening July 23rd. With that said, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Good luck on your summons, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.